Hello, John Fitch here again. I'm going to do another little educational video for you to help you understand the problems that we're facing in mixed martial arts today and why they are the way they are. This is an important video because if I would have known about this a long time ago, I would have been starting this fight way back when I started my career. But this is the story of the history of sanctioning bodies. This is really interesting. So before the mid 1800s, so around 150 years ago, there were no sanctioning bodies for the sport of prize fighting in the U.S., which covered everything from punching only, which was boxing, to catch wrestling, submission pro wrestling, right? And everything in between. As a result, promoters ended up with a monopoly on public recognition, otherwise known as notoriety, through athletic competition by promoting their own titles for athletes to compete for. Now, it's important to remember that a title is only as good as the athletes that are competing for it. This resulted in the promoters' promotional power growing, otherwise financial power, while at the same time not allowing other promotions to take hold and grow by not allowing them access to the same top-level fighters with public notoriety because of exclusive contracts with the athletes. That public notoriety can also be thought of as earning power. To fix the antitrust monopolies that result in promoting prize fighting, the government created the state athletic commissions. They created the athletic commissions to put up championship titles for promoters to promote as title fights, and most importantly, to ensure fighters' physical and financial best interests. This also allowed fighters to become their own promoters in order to get a better deal. So as a result of this new athletic commission setup, as a result to that, the population of New York State was the most popular state to promote title fights in, and ended up with a monopoly of the top location for promoting the most lucrative championship fights due to the public notoriety that that title had created, right? New York had the most people in it. The New York State Athletic Commission had the most coveted title because that was the way you're going to make the most money. As a result of population, New York State was the most popular state to promote fights and ended up with the monopoly as the top location for promoting the most lucrative championship fights due to the public notoriety that that title had created, right, or acquired. If you do not hold the New York State Championship title, you were not the best fighter and therefore had less notoriety, earning power, and bargaining power than the person who held the New York State title. In order to reach that same level of public notoriety and earning power, you therefore had to fight or compete in New York in order to gain that title from the athlete who held it. To fix the New York State monopoly as a location for promoting the most lucrative prize fights, as well as other conflicts of interest, state athletic commissions created in 1925 a license for sanctioning bodies that would put up titles and ensure safe, fair, and unbiased competition among the athletes. 1925. 1925. This allowed the titles of sanctioning bodies with the most public notoriety to be promoted anywhere by any promoter who won the right to promote a sanctioning title bout by bidding fairly against other promoters for the promotional rights to that sanctioned title bout. The incorporation dates for the WBC, held by Floyd Mayweather, and the CBC, Canadian Boxing Council, as well as many others, is 1925. 1925. No athlete in prize fighting has had it this bad since the mid-1800s, 150 years ago. The Fertitta-owned Zuffa UFC purposely created a monopoly to build their brand, to extort fighters, right? 150 years ago, this was thought to be illegal and unsafe for the athletes. Unsafe, unhealthy for us. We need the Muhammad Ali Act. We need it. We need that Expansion Act. We need the protections. We need to separate the sanctioning body away from the promoter, or we have to remove the contracts away from the promoter. One of those things has to happen, and it has to happen now. Things are getting worse. They're not going to get better unless we do something. Please support the Muhammad Ali Expansion Act. Thank you.